Welcome, guys. It's the real Mr. Marcelle, aka Malcom Marcelle, aka your favorite loan officer. Welcome back to the journey. This is a series about becoming the best you, about self development, about creating wealth, about creating businesses, and creating health. I want you to be healthy. I want you to be strong, and I want you to be mentally I want you to create mental fortitude. Woo, I'm using stuff. So as you can see, I'm very excited. I have a lot of energy, and it is very late. But the reason being is because I had coffee. First time in like over a year I had coffee. And the reason being is I was doing a webinar and I wanted to make sure I had enough energy to give the people the full Malcolm effect. And I think it went well. So that's what we're talking about today, the webinar. So as I talked about last time, I was really excited because we made changes to the webinar. And guess what? After I go back and look at the chat, we had over 200 people booked the webinar. Based off those numbers, 103 actually came in. At the max amount of people at one time was 80. So people came, left, came, left. So far, we had 23 or 24 people actually book a one-on-one call with me. So that was very good. Last time, I think we had more. I think last time after the span of 2-3 weeks, we had about 52 people. So in the first day after the webinar, we had 22 people, which is really phenomenal. Actually, one of them already downloaded the app and started their pre-approval. So I have the app now to do a pre-approval. So there's been a lot of changes in my business in the last, I want to say, last 2 weeks. We created a lot of changes. We have a new CRM. We changed the webinar up, and I'm going to go back in after I relook at the video. I'm going to chat and figure out what I can do better. I sent it out to a couple people. The idea is to create the perfect webinar. And Russell Brunson says it's not a perfect webinar until you created $1 million in sales from that one webinar. So before you do that, you can't automate it. And once I create $1 million with this webinar, I can start focusing on my second webinar, which is probably going to be the V8 webinar. And then after that one, it's either going to be no docs or it's going to be something that focuses on multifamily. I'm creating different webinars to create better funnels, and I want to automate the process, but I can't automate it until I know the webinar like the back of my hand, and it's the perfect webinar. So right now, this webinar has brought us big zero. We had 2 pre-approvals. I don't think they're going to go where I need them to go because of income-wise, and the people are like, hey, Malcolm, thank you. They appreciate me. They got the pre-approved, but their income for what they want isn't enough. So it's going to be a loan that comes maybe sometime down the future. I have one possible from the first webinar who seems very good. She has good credit, good income so far, started the pre-approval process, didn't finish everything, but it was enough where it's like, okay, let's see. So this time I'm hoping to do 5 to 6. If I hit my goal, it's going to be phenomenal. Hopefully they're all good borrowers. Meaning, when I say good borrowers, I don't mean anyone's bad or good. But when I say good, I mean they have the income, because a lot of people want to get pre-approved, but the income isn't there. So we'll still help them. We're going to give them the financial planning, but they won't get pre-approved right now. They'll be a later pre-approvement, which is still good because you're planting seeds in your business. Not everything's going to grow right away. But ideally, the ideal client has the income, decent credit, has money saved, and you can nurture them in the next 30 to 60 days. Those are where you want, because that's your sweet spot. And then you'll have few that's 90 days or further out, and those are your seeds that you're nurturing. So the idea webinar, the goal of it is to get the people from 30 to 60 days, because those are the ones who are active and ready to look now. And that's where you're going to create the money to put more into your business. So in the last, I want to say 2 months, I've been heavily investing into Facebook ads, doing my CRM. I've been investing a lot into my business, and pretty much I'm going broke investing into my business. So investing in my business is more important than investing in the stock market right now. And the reason being is Alex Hermanzi, who wrote a good book, another book that really changed my thinking, called The Deal, the $100 million Deal. And in the video that he posted, he talks about, hey, the biggest ROI on your money is you. You're looking at it. He said you can invest 100,000 or 10,000 or whatever the amount he said into the stock market, into real estate, but investing in yourself or a business strategy, or like the CRM or more webinars or Facebook ads that are going to multiply your ROI ridiculously, is the best thing you could do. Because think about it. If I'm spending average right now probably like, let's say $2,000 on Facebook ads, and I'm able to 10x that or even 5x that. That's $10,000 that I'm able to create versus how long is that going to take me in the stock market to do. Now, granted, if you're trading and you're doing Forex or if you're doing futures, of course, you can make that quicker, but you really have to know what you're doing. And this is my business. I'm growing something that I control, I own. So right now in my life, focusing more on creating an easier sales funnel, creating a webinar that's jam packed, that's useful information, that's helping a lot of people, working on Facebook ads, creating a better back end system, working on my Marcelle Minute, making sure the emails go out weekly, working on an actual physical Marcelle Minute that's going to get mailed to them like a newsletter or a magazine style is even better. Making sure the cards go on time. So working on my business is my ideal focus, and that's going to create my wealth so I could start focusing back on investing into my flips, into into buying more rentals and back into the stock market because I love those stuff. But right now I have to focus on this because this is the turning point. You ever had that moment where you're right there and you feel it like I like working out and right there before you get all the way up when you're bench pressing and you feel a stuck point, you could either let the weights go down or and push up into a new level. And that's where I'm at. I feel like I'm right there. I'm benching 325 right now, and it's right there. And either I let it come and crush me, or I can use all the strength I have to get that one rep up and let my biceps, let your muscles, your chest feel the weight. And knowing that you can push it is going to give it new strength so you can get to the next level. So to get to the next level of my business, I really have to dig deep, go broke investing into my business, and that ROI is going to come. So I'll keep you guys updated. I had 23 appointments booked on the first few hours of my webinar. Mind you, the webinar was only supposed to be an hour. We ended up doing like over an hour and a half. And ideally, though, I think that is the perfect webinar space for me. My pace was good. I still speak a little fast, as you guys can see. So I'm working on that, and I'm just going to send it out to figure out what can I do for me to be better on the webinar call, actually, and also what can I do to make my slides better. So it's a two-part thing. I have to be better at presenting in front of camera, and that's one of the reasons why I love doing this because it's helping me get better. My pronunciation, the way my clarity, the way I explain my thoughts, I'm going to get better by constantly doing. So if you're struggling with something, one of the best ways to get over it and to get better at it is to constantly be doing it. Do something every day. If you want to become a better basketball player, you should be practicing basketball every single day. To get better at things that you want, you have to keep going. Repetition is the key. To create greatness, you have to keep repeating it. Kobe Bryant was one of the best at that. He went in the gym nonstop. Have you heard his daily routine? The man will wake up, have breakfast, go to the gym, come back home, relax a little bit, spend time with his kids, go back to the gym, come back home, eat, have dinner or breakfast or lunch, whatever it was, and then go back to the gym. In a normal day, he usually went to the gym about 3 times and could be in there anywhere from 2 to 3 hours a day. And he was doing this during the off season. Can you believe that? In his on season, I can only imagine his routine. Could have been even crazier. So you have to be that determined to succeed. You have to have that much repetition in your business. That's why I'm pushing myself to slowly start doing 4 webinars a month. I'm still doing my journey. I'm gonna be doing um, one new podcast that you'll be hearing about very soon. And I'm bringing back more Money Fridays because I need to keep producing content. I need to get better. I want to get better at interviewing. I want to get better at speaking in front of the camera. And I want to be the best version of Malcom that I can be because the better I am, one, I'll grasp your attention more, and two, I'll be able to help more people because you're interested in what I'm saying. So I'll be able to help you. So I'm doing this not to just better myself. Who cares about me? I'm doing this to help you guys. If I want to help more people, I have to be able to speak to more people. So I appreciate you guys. I'm going to do better so I can show you better so you guys can become better. Because if I'm able to do this, then what's stopping you? these same tips and things that I'm telling you I'm doing, you could be doing the same thing for your business. I'm telling you guys I'm doing webinars, so hey, why not do your own webinar? I'm telling you guys, hey, I'm using Facebook ads to help generate new traffic to my business. Why not do that too? There's no secrets. I'm not hiding anything. I'm an open book and I'm sharing everything with you guys. So always, if you have a question, put it in the comment section. I want you guys to be better. I want you to have a better relationship with your family. I want you to have a better relationship with yourself. I want you to love the person you see. And the only way I think I can do that is by being honest and opening up about who I am, what I'm going through. And not every day is going to be great. I'll be honest with you. Last night, whew, that was a hard day. I was praying nonstop. I felt like the weight of the world was on me. I was going through things with my business, clients, going back and forth with that, going through with issues with tenants. Having a real estate property is not always easy. You're dealing with a lot of tenants and a lot of headaches, especially having a full time job on top of that, which is already stressful. So it's not always easy, but at the end of the day, what keeps me going is my faith, knowing that whatever I'm going through is I'm going through that for a reason. And there's a higher power, higher than me, that sees something in me like, hey, Malcolm, you could get through this. Because they say God gives the strongest soldiers the biggest burden. And if you're able to get through that burden, you have so much more blessings. So if you're going through a hard time, know that there's a reason for it. And when you come through to the other side, you will be stronger, you will be faster, you'll be smarter, and you will be in a better place. Because right now, the blessings that you want to receive, maybe right now you can't receive it. So I was listening to something, and this I'm gonna end the video with this. I know I try to keep the video short, so I don't want it too long, but I'm gonna end it with this story. I was listening to a video, and he was talking about, this pastor was talking about, hey, his wife loves traveling, and they went out to eat at this special restaurant. It was in the hood. It was in the real ghetto in Hawaii, and the waiter was like, hey, have you guys ever been here before? And he goes, no, it's our first time. He says, okay, do you know what you want? Are you willing to try anything? Do you have allergies? And he's like, yeah. He's like, okay, don't order. I'm gonna do something. So they're sitting there waiting, and it's going on a while, like 30, 40 minutes. They see people who came in after them eating food, and they're like, yo, how are they eating? And the wife is giving him that eye, like, yo, go take this. So, he goes to the guy, like, hey, where's my food? What's going on? He said, just wait, it's coming, blah, blah, blah. Like, kind of brushed him off type of thing. And the guy's getting agitated. He's looking at the waiter. He's getting mad. It's about an hour in now. They're getting really frustrated. And guess what happens? Just when they was about to go to the boiling point, their food comes out, and they're looking like, what the heck is this? This looks good. And guess what? The people who they were looking at food like, dang, that looks good, I'm hungry, started looking at their plate and like, what is that? The food they were eating wasn't even on the menu. See, God has prepared a plate for you that you can't see yet, because you're out there focusing on other people's plate. You're watching where other people are going. Stop watching that. Watch your own plate. Watch your own blessings. Because what God has in store for you, you don't even know. He has put your name in rooms that you haven't even entered yet. He has put blessings in your life that you can't see. He's creating so much abundance and spirituality and wealth for you that you just have to wait. And I had to remind myself, Malcolm, you're doing more than enough. You are helping people. You are giving back. You are creating generational wealth for people. You are knocking down boundaries. So yes, things might be hard now, but guess what? God has something on in store for you. He has stuff that you don't even know you wanted. He knows what you want, and he's like, no, I have more in store for you, Malcolm. That's nothing. So I had to remind myself to be patient. I have to remind myself to breathe. And guess what? I will get through it. And if I can get through hard times, you can too. So do not give up. I believe in you. You are special. And there's something in store for you. You just have to keep fighting and do not give up. You only lose when you give up. As long as you don't give up, guess what? You don't lose. You just take learning lessons. You take your bruises, but we keep going. All right? Things will get better. You have my word. Now, I'll see you tomorrow for episode 15 of The Journey. Over and out. I appreciate you guys.